When it comes to starting your morning feeding, getting things right is crucial. Let's walk through the correct steps together. First, fire up the feed truck. Doing this first ensures a stable power supply for the computer and prevents any power-related issues that can arise when the truck starts up, potentially causing problems with the equipment. Next, if you have a switch that powers the computer and peripherals, make sure to turn it on. If your equipment doesn't have this switch, you can skip this step. Now, turn on the computer and give it some time to boot up. If the scale head isn't already on, go ahead and switch it on. You can do this while the computer is still booting up. Before moving forward, make sure you're in an area where the truck has a network connection. Depending on your yard setup, you might be good to go where you are, or you might need to drive to a spot with a stronger signal. Now comes the fifth step. Double tap the Fusion Truck icon on your desktop to launch the software. If you've used Fusion Truck before, you'll need to log in by selecting your username and entering your password. Fusion will then prompt you to perform a full sync. Simply tap the full sync window button and the full sync window will appear. From there, just tap Begin Sync. The syncing process usually takes just a few seconds. Performing a full sync before each morning is crucial for a reason. Without it, Fusion won't have the most up-to-date information for pens and rations. Technically, you can feed without syncing first, but that should only be done in emergencies when your network is down and can't be immediately fixed. Once the sync is complete, log in again, and you're ready to start feeding. Now, there are a couple of important things to keep in mind while feeding with Fusion. First, never make any changes directly on the scale head itself. You might be used to zeroing the scale head or using the tare button, but making any adjustments on the scale head will now confuse Fusion. Instead, keep an eye on the scale indicator window in Fusion and let Fusion handle zeroing the weight for you. In fact, you don't even need to look at the scale head anymore. The second thing to remember is to ensure Fusion keeps syncing throughout the day. You can do this manually or set up automatic syncing as shown in other videos. Regardless, we recommend syncing at least once for every load of feed. Now, let's turn our attention to what you should do when you've finished feeding for the day. The first step is to perform a full sync. This ensures that the server has all your feeding data, which it will need before midnight. Next, click on the Quit button to shut down Fusion Truck and wait until it is fully closed. Now you can turn off your computer. Simply click the Windows icon, select the power button, and choose Shutdown. Wait until the computer is completely shut down. The screen will go blank. Afterward, turn off the scale head. If applicable, flip the switch that provides power to the computer and peripherals. Lastly, it's safe to turn off the truck. Following this shutdown sequence is essential. Otherwise, you run the risk of encountering data corruption or other issues when you attempt to feed again.